It is Tuesday. It's the 7th of May. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Our top stories today. We've seen a brief period of relative calm on the Korean peninsula, but then in the past few hours, North Korea threatened military action if, quote, even a single shell from U.S. and South Korean naval drills falls in its waters. Well, that came just after North Korea removed missiles from a launch site on the eastern coast. They've been at the heart of weeks of concern over the risk of a possible launch. Meanwhile, South Korea's president is making her first overseas trip. She's meeting U.S. President Barack Obama at the White House later today. Dan Rivers has been following the developments from South Korea. He joins us now live from Seoul. Dan.
Yeah, more bellicose rhetoric from North Korea, but to be honest...
At least 28 people have been confirmed dead in clashes in Dhaka, Bangladesh, including 5 police officers. Protesters fought running battles with police on Sunday and Monday. Members of the ultra-conservative Protectors of Islam group are demanding the death penalty for anyone who insults Islam. China has warned Israel over claims that Israeli forces attacked Syria, saying the sovereignty of any country should be respected. Israel's prime minister is on a 5-day visit to China. It follows a deadly attack near Damascus in Syria. The Chinese Foreign Ministry told Israel to exercise restraint and refrain from any actions that might increase tension in the region. Well, the talk will be about peace and security as representatives from around 50 countries meet to discuss how to help rebuild Somalia. The conference in London is being hosted by British Prime Minister David Cameron and Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. The Somali government is trying to get the country back on its feet after 2 decades of conflict, disease, drought, and famine. A volcano has erupted in the Philippines, killing 5 people and injuring 7 others. The victims were all mountain climbers who were scaling the volcano when it suddenly started to spew rocks and a 500-meter column of ash. The nationalities of all the climbers are not yet known. Their families are calling it a miracle. 3 women missing for about 10 years in Cleveland, Ohio, are waking up today safe and surrounded by loved ones. The women were found Monday night and were taken to a local hospital where doctors say they are in good health. Well, meanwhile, a 52-year-old man and his 2 brothers have been arrested in this case. Martin Savage reports.
Michelle Knight disappeared when she was 19.
That's the most important thing at the end of the day. Martin Savage there in Cleveland. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. We're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. I'm Monita Rajpal. Washington's top diplomat is in Moscow to try to get the Kremlin to see America's view on the war in Syria. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry will hold talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin later today. From CNN Moscow with more on this very delicate diplomatic dance. Nick?
Monita, no one on either side is really saying at this stage that they think this will be a...
Nick, thank you for that. Nick Robertson there live for us from CNN Moscow. The 8 remaining teams in the NBA playoffs have now got at least 1 game under their belts, and the latest action raised a few eyebrows, we understand. Alex Thomas joins us now from London with all of that.
I'm from Atlanta, Manita. I'm here. I'm at CNN Center.
Of course.
Read what it says on the prompt. I always make that mistake. No, I mean, it's the perfect time to be here in the States because those NBA playoffs are really hotting up. And in London, Manita, I'll be back with World Sport in just over 5 hours' time.
Enjoy the weather. Enjoy hot Atlanta there, my friend. It's a lovely city indeed. Alex Thomas there at CNN Center. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. China is publicly criticizing Israel over reports of attacks on targets in Syria in recent days. The Chinese Foreign Ministry chose to comment just before Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrived on a 5-day visit to China. CNN Beirut with more details. And Nick, we understand that China is now not alone in rebuking Israel for those airstrikes, supposed airstrikes, we should say.
Absolutely. Turkey now joining the fray. Prime Minister Erdogan saying the attack is unacceptable and no...
Right. Nick, thank you very much for that. Nick Peyton Walsh reporting to us there live. Let's get you more now on a story we reported on just a little bit earlier on here on the show. A volcanic eruption in the Philippines. Our meteorologist Mari Ramos is at the World Weather Center with more on that. Mari.
Monita, I wanted to go ahead and update our viewers on this once again. This is a story that we will continue to follow, but I want to stay away from that immediate danger zone. And they are expecting some rain showers, but nothing too heavy. Back to you.
All righty, Maury, thank you very much for that. We appreciate that. You are watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal, live at CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. I'll update you with the news headlines in just a couple of minutes.